pass, rolling to his right. They throw it, the in route to Tanner. Steck makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets, and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anastier.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown, swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And we are live in Hillsboro-Central Valley School outside of Buxton here for some Region 2 volleyball here on yourliveevent.com. It's time for the Irie Insurance pregame show. There's another way for you to manage your farm's risk and protect your equity with margin. Protection from Irie. Margin protection provides coverage against an unexpected decrease in operating margin. In other words, they can put out a policy in place to protect from changing input costs and crop prices on your farm. Join Irie Insurance for upcoming margin protection. Update meetings on August 29th at 8:30 in Devil's Lake and 4 o'clock in Hope. So yeah, we are resuming this game between the North Border Eagles at the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros here at the Central Valley School here outside of Buxton. This game, of course, was originally supposed to be played on September 12th, but that had to be delayed after I think if I remember correctly, it was a lighting error where all the lights went out, and it caused the game to be delayed until now. So yeah, just to kind of recap what happened and what was going up until that point, the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros led the North Border Eagles in the third set 10-8 when a power outage postponed the remainder of the match. The Burros had success along their net with offensive attack and defensive block to take the first set by an identical 25-21 scores. The Burros were starting to control the third set was when the power outage happened, and the teams will resume now. Obviously, we're gonna pick up right where they left off. It was 8-10 in favor of Hillsboro-Central Valley in the third set, as they obviously leave 2-0, as you can see on the Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. Yeah, just kind of looking at some stats up until that point. Haley Smeldon from Hillsboro-Central Valley had 9 kills with 4 blocks. She was leading the Burros in that kill department, while Molly Smeldon had led them in assists with 13. Addison Merrick also had 5 kills going up to that point. And then just kind of taking a look at the North Border Eagles, they were being led by Kiera Moore with 7 kills and Jenna Frazier with 9 assists. And we're going to take a look at the North Border Eagles roster, taking a look at it. They're a little light today, going in light today with senior Peyton Reese not in playing today. If I remember correctly, it was our coach Hadley Harchie said that they were having a little sick spell going across the team that also took out Marley Stremick for the rest of the game. And we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back here on Your Live Event with the Irie Insurance pregame show here on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent, at 701-436-5777 or use the QR code to connect with the agency.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
We are back here for a Hillsboro-Central Valley volleyball game between the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros and the North Border Eagles here on yourliveevent.com. Let's take a look at some rosters here. We're going to start with the visiting team, North Border Eagles, who seem to be led by senior leadership with about, I think if I read correctly, 5 seniors on this roster, and of course 5 of the 15 roster spots do belong to seniors. Just kind of going down the roster here, we had a Kaylee Berg, who is a junior, and she will be your libero for the evening. Megan Mission, who is a middle hitter and also a senior. Peyton Reese, like I said earlier, will not be playing today, out with a sickness, and that will be looks like to be a pretty big loss for the Eagles, as she is one of their seniors. Taylin Dunnigan, who is also a senior on the outside hitter. Kira Moore, who is a senior as the middle hitter. Caitlin Bjornstrand, who is a junior playing outside hitter and setter. She is one of 2 setters on this roster. Marley Stremick, the other Eagle, who will not be playing tonight, as she is also out with sickness, and she is a sophomore outside hitter. J.C. Fraser, who is a middle hitter, outside hitter, who is also a sophomore. Jalen Johnson, who is a sophomore and plays outside and middle hitter. And rounding out the roster will be Jenna Fraser, who is a senior setter. I imagine she will be doing most of the setting tonight. And, of course, the North Border Eagles are coached by Natalie Hartje, who is the head coach, and Hannah Johnson, the assistant coach. And let's take a look at the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, who are 5-4 on the season. Obviously had 2 games that did not finish with this one, and then, of course, the Hat Northwood, with their accident over there, had to postpone that game until further notice. But just taking a look at the roster, they've got 6. It looks to be about the same amount of people on the roster as North Border, maybe a little bit more. Just kind of going to take a look down. Sadie Gallagher is a junior. She is the outside hitter. Molly Smeldon, who is a senior, she's a setter. Carsey Heddlestead, who is a junior and middle hitter. Catherine Onis, who is opposite. Kaylee Kittleson is a junior and is the libero for the night. You'll be seeing her in, it looks like, a navy blue jersey. We got Kiera Ramirez, who is a defensive specialist and a senior. Kennedy Olson, outside hitter. She is a junior. Emerson Ahrens, who is in 10th grade, playing middle hitter. McKenna Dickoff, who is a senior defensive specialist. Haley Smeldon is a middle hitter and a junior. Megan Ensign, who is a setter in 11th grade, making her a junior. Paige Cotton is an outside hitter as a sophomore. And then it rounds out with Addison Merrick, who is an opposite senior. And Lauren Spokley, who is also a senior and a defensive specialist. Hillsboro-Central Valley really looking at that senior leadership as Molly Smeldon, who is their setter, had 13 assists leading the Burros in their original game day against North Border. And then just to kind of go down the coaching staff here for the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, Daphne Kenninger was not able to make it, and Katie Stabler will be the main one behind the bench for him today. We'll be hearing back from as the game will start at around 5 o'clock directly. Not sure if they'll have the national anthem. I was not able to get that information there, but as the teams will run off to their respective locker rooms, we'll take a little break here for the Irie Insurance pregame show. As like I said, Irie Insurance pregame show is our pregame show sponsor for the day. We'll look to resume the pregame show once we get back.
The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. It's the Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Halsted Living Center Auxiliary invites you to join them for a potato dumpling dinner Wednesday, September 27th. The dinner will be served from 5 to 7 p.m. at the LRC in Halsted. The cost for the meal is $15 for adults, $7 for ages 12 and under. Individual dumplings are available for a cost of $4 each. Takeout dinners will be available. Enjoy a great potato dumpling meal and visit with your neighbors and friends during the Halsted Living Center Potato Dumpling Dinner Wednesday, September 27th, served from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Halsted LRC.
And welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show here on yourliveevent.com. I'm Preston DeVille. I'll be your announcer for today. Right next to me, I got Casey working the camera for me today. I really appreciate her coming up and helping me out a little bit today. So just to kind of recap where we are at, the North Border Eagles trail the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros in the third set. This is obviously a resumption of the game that happened back on September 12th when the power went out, causing the game to be postponed until a later date. Well, that day is today, September 26th. The game will start here in a couple minutes at 5 o'clock. And just to kind of recap that game, the Hillsboro-Central Valley were leading 10-8 when obviously that power outage went out. Up to that point, the Burros were leading the Eagles in 2-0 with both of the first 2 sets ending with a 25-21 score. And then the Burros were starting to take control in the third set as well when that power outage halted the game. And yeah, just to kind of take a look at some stats we have from last game. For Hillsboro-Central Valley, Molly Smeldon was leading the way with 13 assists over to Haley Smeldon, who also had 9 kills that night. And on top of those 9 kills, also had 4 blocks. So she was doing a little bit of everything last night. And then Addison Merrick was also racking up kills last couple weeks ago. And then for the North Border Eagles, Kiera Moore was leading the way for the Eagles with 7 kills, with Jenna Fraser 9 assists in the first half of this game. Taylon Dunnigan also had 3 kills for the Eagles as well. And yeah, just kind of taking a look at what we have coming up. Obviously going to have the American Crystal Sugar lineups as we get closer to game time. And, of course, post-game comments. We're going to look to hear from both head coaches, Natalie Harche and Katie Stabler, later after the game. And we'll be back in a couple minutes here from Central Valley School out near Buxton, Minnesota, as we get ready for game time.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mother Nature can strike at any time, and Irie Insurance is here to help. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Home insurance, auto insurance, crop insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote.
At Ironhide, we like to have our sales guys cater to the owners of the businesses or the customers that they're trying to help out to actually find a solution to their problem. We understand that customers have a job to do, and we strive to keep that job going without interruption.
We've invested so heavily in this facility, but bigger than that, in the people.
Don't just watch today's game, immerse yourself in it with new furniture from Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Get the ultimate fusion of styles with unmatched comfort, all at the best prices. We are now offering up to 5 years no-interest financing. So you can now get the furniture you want at the best prices with low monthly no-interest payments. The next time you need furniture, come see Lee at the Furniture Mart in Fargo. Make sure to ask for Lee for your live event discount.
Welcome back to the Central Valley School right outside Buxton for some Region 2 North Dakota volleyball as North Border visits Hillsboro-Central Valley for what should be a pretty good good day for volleyball. Let's take a look at some of the other games in the area going on today. We have Larimore Litchfield Maryland visiting Lisbon. That game will be on your live event, as well as Crookston versus Hawley also being on your live event. Sargent County, Northern Cass will be on your live event with Sargent County visiting Northern Cass. And taking a look at the rest of the games, that looks to be it for YLE. But we also got another bunch of games going on today as Winnimac visits Ada Borup West. That game will be on 106.5 KRJB in your live event as well. Fossum will visit Park Christian that will be on 1480 AM and 99.7 FM KKCQ. Mahnomen Waubun will be playing Lake Park on 101.5 KRJM. And then Fertile Beltrami will be in Norman County East, Ulen Hitterdal. That will be in Twin Valley on 96.7 FM KKCQ. Looks like we will be skipping the national anthem, looking to hop right into this game. It is now 5 o'clock as we get ready for the game. By the looks of it, the referee is just going to kind of set the kids up a little bit as we prepare to get ready. By the looks, North Border will be starting on our right side in the navy tops, as Hillsboro-Central Valley will be in the whites on your left. And then I just also want to point out that we did get the score wrong at first. We were told 8-10, but looking now, just by looking at the scoreboard, it will now be 8-9 with Hillsboro-Central Valley still leading the way. And the refs will take their spot right up on the podium as we get ready for the game to start. And just going to kind of go down the rosters a little bit. For North Border, Kaylee Berg, Megan Misson, Peyton Reese, Taylin Dunnigan, Kiera Moore, Caitlin Bjornstrand, Marley Stremnick, I'm sorry about that, JC Fraser, Jalen Johnson, and Jenna Frazier will be on the roster for the North Border Eagles, with Peyton Reese and Marley Stremick unable to play today due to sickness. And by the looks of it, we are ready to get underway, as it looks like North Border will start with the ball. And as we get ready here, and we are underway. And North Border will take the opening point as they move into a tie ball game here now. Looking back, we got the libero Kaylee Kittleson being the setter early on. And that's a Hillsboro-Central Valley kill right there. If I saw that correctly, that would be number 8 Kennedy Olson getting the kill there. It is now 10-9. And that will bring it to 10-10 tie match here from Central Valley School, I should say, out near Buxton. We're going a little back and forth action starting off the day. And that's away. And that ball will be out with number 12 of the Eagles, JC Frazier, setting that one off, just missing out of bounds for another Hillsboro-Central Valley point. And the back and forth action continues there with a kill attempt by Haley Smeldon, just going right out of bounds on the back side. And that will put North Border up 11-12, as it was Addison Merrick not getting the kill there. And then Hillsboro-Central Valley fires right back with a tie, with the set coming off just a little too far for the Eagles. Very nice kill there for North Border, as number 5 on the burros, Catherine Onis, had a nice dig there, but they just couldn't finish that off. And the back and forth action continues as we are now tied 13-13 in the third set. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads 2-0 as this Region 2 volleyball game is underway, and that set will cop right in for another Hillsboro-Central Valley point. Heck of a serve there by Haley Smeldon as she gets her first serve of the night and puts it down to where in no man's land where no one can see it, and she gets back-to-back points off the serve. That one will put Hillsboro-Central Valley above North Border 15-13. Oh, and tough break there for the Burros as that ball plays off the ceiling, making it to where it was just put out of reach of a Burro. And now back there setting for the Eagles, we've got number 15, and that is Jenna Fraser. That was a nice sneaky misdirection there by Paige Cotton, then sophomore outside setter for North Border. We are now tied at 15 apiece. And then Jenna Fraser, after making a nice play a couple seconds ago, comes out and gets a point off of a serve, puts it in no man's land for the Eagles as they pull ahead. And a tough break for North Border there as Jalen Johnson, the sophomore outside in middle hitter for the Eagles, is unable to play that one. Ball took a little weird movement there, and it looks like it's going to be a net violation that will be given to Hillsboro-Central Valley, putting them 17-16 the score. Looks like one of the Eagles up front maybe went a little under the net there. And looks like there's a two-touch violation there now for North Border also, as the Burros now take a 2-point lead late in this third set. Again, folks, just want to remind you that if this game is a resumption of a game that happened a couple weeks ago that was delayed later on, so if Hillsboro-Central Valley does end up winning this set, that will be the game. And we're looking at another net violation for the Eagles as Hillsboro-Central Valley now takes a nice little lead for them, 19-16 with a 3-point lead for the Burros. And we'll be back. We're going to take a little ad break as we get here for a timeout taken by the Eagles here on yourliveevent.com.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
Welcome back to some Region 2 volleyball here on yourliveevent.com. We got the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros hosting the North Border Eagles. That timeout was brought to you by Nodak Insurance Company. Brad Richer. For all your insurance questions, see Trail County Agents with Answers. And we'll resume this game here now as we get ready as Hillsboro-Central Valley takes a 3-point lead, now 4-point, as the North Border Eagles visiting here near Buxton at Central Valley School. Nice little misdirection there from Talon Dunnigan, a senior for the Eagles, outside hitter position, and she will now, by the looks of it, take the serve. Some nice little back and forth action for the Burros and Eagles. And a nice play made there by number 12, J.C. Fraser of the Eagles. And another great dig from Taylon Dunnigan. But that ball will now be played off the net, giving Hillsboro-Central Valley the point. 21-17 the score here in Central Valley. As number 2, Sadie Gallagher, gets ready for the set. And that's a nice kill there from, looks to be number 8, Kennedy Olson. She is a junior, and we will be taking another timeout brought to you by Nodak Insurance Company, Brad Richer. For all your insurance questions, see Trail County Agents with Answers. Agent Brad Richer in Hillsboro and sales associate Nick Preston in Mayville. We thank them for sponsoring our timeouts here on yourliveevent.com. Now looking at a score of a 22, let me fix that, 22-17 here in the third set. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads the North Border Eagles 2-0, and have taken a nice little lead here in the third set. And we get ready for the set as Hillsboro-Central Valley retains possession. And yes, the Burros take a nice commanding lead for them here as they now pull up by 6 points in the third set. Best of 5. If Hillsboro wins this set here, that will be the night here for. But North Border is able to fire back and cut that deficit down a little bit. We're going to do a little substitution. Number 14, Jalen Johnson, comes off, and number 8, Caitlin Bjornstrand, comes off also. And North Border, the North Border Eagles are starting to make a little run for a comeback here. Still have a little ways to go before, but they're still making progress as we've gotten some nice back and forth action here now. And a nice dig by number 6, Kiera Moore, keeps the Eagles alive. And it looks like we're going to get a net violation for the Eagles, as they now take 3 straight points. And number 1, Carly Berg, the libero, will be now serving for the Eagles, trying to get them back in the game. Make that 4 in a row now here for the North. Wait, no. Oh, that was not a North Border point, as the Burros are able to come away with a kill there. That was a really close ball over in the back left corner. And we're going to see some more libero action as number 6, Kaylee Kittleson, will serve off there for the Burros. And Hillsboro-Central Valley will take the third set, moving them into, and that will be, as I said earlier, this game was a resumption of a game earlier in the year. Basically, Hillsboro-Central Valley came in leading 2-0 already, and were able to come in and pretty much finish off the Eagles after the first set of the night. And yeah, just going to take a look at just kind of recap what happened a couple weeks ago between these two. The Burros won the first two opening sets 25-21 in each of those games. And then the power went out like I have said before. The game was 9-8 in favor of the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros when that game had to be postponed till today. Then after resuming the game at 9-8 apiece, the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros took a pretty commanding lead later in the set, going up by at the highest point 6 points, and then obviously handle the rest of the game with North Border being able to come back after a little bit, being able to cut the deficit down to about 4, but then the North Border Eagles were able to capitalize and end the game there at 25-20. We'll get ready for the post-game show here after a quick commercial break. You are watching some Region 2 volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Come join our team at Nakota Packers in Buxton. Positions available include potato stackers, potato graders, and forklift driver. Seasonal, approximately September through May, and generally from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. You get paid holidays and paid vacation, paid every 2 weeks. Up to $18 per hour depending on position. Call Carissa 701-847-2200 or find them on the website, nakotapackers.com. Come join our team at Nakota Packers in Buxton.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Insurance answers should come easily from local agents you know and trust. Someone down the road, not across the country. From Watford City to downtown Fargo, NODAC insurance agents know the protection you need. From the Peace Garden to the geographical center of North America. We're focused on North Dakota's farms, ranches, small towns, and cities, so the answers are right in front of you. NODAC Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
And welcome back to Central Valley School out near Buxton, North Dakota, as the North Border Eagles fall to the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros 3-0 in a game that was split up over a couple-week period. Original game, of course, was supposed to be back on September 12th. They were able to get through the first 2 sets before a power outage delayed the game back to today, the 26th. Just kind of taking a look at the score of each set. The first 2 sets were 25-21, both in favor of the Burros. Then we resumed this third set with the Burros up 9-8, and they were able to pretty much control the rest of the third set, and taking the third and final set of the day, 25-20 in favor of the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. And yeah, just kind of looking at some stats, I should say, for what we had. Haley Smeldon was leading the way for the Burros in kills, with Molly Smeldon following in with leading the Burros in assists. And then the North Border Eagles were led by Kira Moore and Jenna Fraser. We're going to be looking to hear some coaches' comments from Katie Stabler and Natalie Harche, both coaches of their each respected teams, coming up here later on the post-game show. Oh yeah, let's get into our Halstead telephone post-game connection. And I think for this, I am going to have to give it to the Smeldons. Haley and Molly Smeldon, that is, as Haley Smeldon was able to lead the way with lead the Burros in kills, and Molly Smeldon in assists. It seemed like those two were played off of each other pretty well over this game that spanned a couple weeks. And they will be your Halstead telephone post-game connection. And coming up, we'll hear from head coaches Katie Stabler and Natalie Harche later in the night after this quick ad break. You are watching some Region 2 Volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Shortly now, I'm going to be transitioning into a tool engineering position. With that, comes new training. Degelman has provided all the training necessary to help me succeed.
You can make top dollar if you utilize your time properly and you're efficient in what you do.
You can't beat the pay. It's 4 days a week, and it's awesome to have a 3-day weekend.
The Hillsboro Stars and Stripes program shares a huge thank you to the businesses and individuals that subscribe to the Stars and Stripes project. Your generosity in purchasing over 600 subscriptions will help nearly $20,000 go back into the community. Additional thanks go to the many individuals that help put the flags out. This project continues each year, so please like and follow the Hillsboro Stars and Stripes Facebook page to be updated on plans for next year.
Hi, this is Chrissy Thompson from the Hillsboro-Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, educational lessons, and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word, sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Welcome back to Central Valley School out near Buxton, North Dakota, as we will get into the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And that'll be going to Sadie Gallagher. She is a junior outside hitter for the Burros. And Sadie, you just want to tell me a little bit about the game? I know it was spread out over a couple days. How do you guys prepare for a game that you guys are already up 2-0 for, but then have to come back weeks later and finish it out?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. That doesn't usually happen. So the biggest thing was just bringing over the momentum from the first 2 matches, and yesterday's game I think helped. We had a lot of energy from that game, so bringing that to today was big.
And then just kind of looking at your roster, you guys are pretty pretty senior and junior heavy. You just kind of want to tell me how do having a lot of junior and senior kind of figure in leadership wise?
We've been playing together for a long time, a lot of us, and we work really well together. And those are my girls. You know, we're all buddies, and so we just play really well together, and we have fun with each other.
Well, perfect. I appreciate you coming up here to speak to us, Sadie, as you are our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And we'll now look to hear from head coach of the Burros, Katie Stabler. And Cable, kind of more of the same. Obviously, you guys played this game earlier in the month, had to postpone it due to a power outage. Just how do you prepare for a game that you guys were carrying all the momentum into, and then having to just resume that game after not being, of course, in game form for a couple days?
Yeah, you know, after I settled down a little bit, cooled down after not finishing that game, I mean, especially with that momentum, volleyball is a huge game of momentum and of errors, and we had that momentum that day, and, you know, it was homecoming, and we had a huge crowd, and it was our first home game, but I'm very proud of the girls for coming in and adjusting very well. A couple things at practice that we did were a couple finishing drills, you know, setting the score at these points, and we got to go in there and we got to go and finish. You know, it's not exactly to 25, and I thought that helped with tonight's match.
And then just for all three sets, even looking back to the one a couple weeks ago, just overall, what was the key to you guys' coming out victorious against the Eagles?
I think our defense is huge. Our defense helped us yesterday, but as well as tonight and when we played them a few weeks ago. That's our key, and we're able to run an offense, and we had all three, you know, going most of the time, and we were able to be aggressive. We had some really, really good swings tonight. You know, they were picked up by a really good defense on their side too, but it was great to see them even move that ball around. We weren't swinging in the same spot. We were placing it and being aggressive while we did that, and you actually saw a little bit of growth from that first game to this last match against these girls, and so that was really good to see.
Perfect, and then we're just going to kind of take a look at your guys' upcoming. You just kind of want to highlight what you guys have coming up?
Yeah, on Thursday, I think we go to Castleton, and we play the Central Cass Squirrels Region 1 match there. So it's non-region for us. It's a big game, though. You know, they're a really good team. I believe they went 4 with Northern Cass when they played, and they were neck and neck the entire time. And I think it was their homecoming game at that time, too. So they had a huge crowd, and they always do. And we just got to go there and play our game. It's always a good game when we end up playing Central Cass. So let's hope we end victorious on that, but we got to do that by controlling what we do on our side of the court. And then next week, I don't think we play until Tuesday, and it's another home match, though, against Park River Fordville Lincoln.
Perfect. Then just looking forward to those games. Just overall, what will it take to be able to come out of both of those games 2-0?
You know, I think it's going to take our positivity on the court. Yesterday we had a lot of it. You know, even though we lost against a really, really good Northern Cass team, I thought our girls stuck together. They stayed aggressive. They kept doing the little things, and we've got to do those little things. We talk about it all the time. We got to focus on our finish. We got to focus on every little thing we do, and then we got to go execute. You can't take a couple points off, especially against a team at your level or higher, because they'll come back fast, and you can't crawl back as quickly. So that's going to be our key.
Well, Katie, I appreciate you coming up here to kind of just say a few words. I know it was a very quick one today, but
yes.
And thanks for coming up, and good luck over the next couple weeks.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks. And we'll take a little quick commercial break. I don't think we will be hearing from Natalie Hartjay of the North Border Eagles head coach, but we'll take another quick commercial break. Maybe give her a couple minute or two to see if she comes up here. But yeah, you are this is some Region 2 volleyball here on your liveevent.com.
You'll want to check out the year-end discounts on trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. And you might want to think about ordering early for next spring, as well as looking at the new models of gooseneck trailers. Bloomfield Enterprises carries a full line of trailers from Big Tex and Flow. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Hey, look, I found Bigfoot. How tall is he? What? No, not that Bigfoot. The Bigfoot Trail. The Bigfoot Trail? Yeah, it's the Trail County Parks and Walking Challenge. All you have to do is visit at least 10 of 12 parks listed on the clue sheet, answer questions about each park, and return the completed sheet to the Trail District Health Unit by September 30th. Do I get anything if I complete the challenge? Yes, you get a free t-shirt and other participation prizes. Get your sheet on the Trail District Health Unit website and get your feet moving on the Bigfoot Trail.
This is Tim Cadet with Golden Harvest Seed. Now is the time to secure next season's best pricing and availability with great cash discounts and deferred payment options. Before September 29th, you can lock in the best pricing and secure availability of soybean and corn seed that you'll want to plant on your farm next season. Ask me about Golden Advantage or other cash discounts. Call me, Tim Cadet, at Golden Harvest, 701-430-0877. 701-430-0877.
Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692 for shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
New and on the lot at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Set up and ready to go to the field, this new Brandt 1120 XT grain cart. Has the large 1100 R46 tires. Call Chuck O'Neill for pricing, information, and discounts. The new Brandt grain cart at Ziegler Ag Equipment. Another local trade, 2003 9690 combine, has rear wheel assist, 300 bushel hopper, 25-foot flex head, priced at $45,000. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Can't talk today here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros defeat the North Border Eagles 3-0 with scores of 25-21 for the first two sets and 25-20 for the third and final set of the night in a game that really only lasted about 15 minutes today. Hillsboro-Central Valley came into the third set today with a lead of 9-8 in a game that ended up getting postponed due to a power outage. But the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros were able to take that momentum from a couple weeks ago, didn't let that work against their advantage, and they were able to were able to walk away here in Central Valley with a win against the North Border Eagles. It's time for the RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton post-precision play of the game. And just kind of taking a look at it, this game was spread out over a couple of days, so it's over a couple weeks, so it's kind of hard to pick one from both nights. So we're just going to kind of go today and go with the plays of the game. Hillsboro-Central Valley was able to take a nice, I think it was a 3-set lead at that time, and were able to hold on to it the rest of the night after they were able to get three sets in a row in pull away from North Border that way. And that precision play of the game was brought to you, as I said, by RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton. For precision planning updates, information, questions, contact RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton at 701-636-2119 or visit plannerdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you. And that will conclude our stream for today. Like I said, stream only lasted about a good 45 minutes with about 15 minutes of actual game time. They're kind of turning the lights off. I'm going to take that as a hint, as them telling me to go home. And yeah, I am Preston Duville. I was the commentator for today, and I want to do a special thank you to Casey, our camera lady, who was able to take a couple minutes of her day and come up here and help us out with that stream. This was Hillsboro-Central Valley edging out the North Border Eagles 3-0. And that will conclude today's coverage of a nice of a game split up between a couple weeks here between Hillsboro-Central Valley and North Border on yourliveevent.com. We want to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors of today's or of this year's coverage, that especially RDK Enterprises, Enbridge Energy, Halstead Telephone, and of course all of our sponsors. And that will conclude today's coverage.